Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to pause the screen and start up the CMS. Or basically, we're just going to get out of this screen right here, out of the presentation, and then we'll go to the desktop and start the CMS and show you guys how that works. Okay. Basically, what we have is on the server, we have 3 softwares that are running. There's one that's called the transmit server right here. We have a message server. And we have a media proxy server. The transmit server is what we're looking at here. This is where you will see the list of all the devices that you will program into this server. We'll go in here now. So you guys can take a look as far as the configuration. Now, all these devices are devices that we've programmed into this server. These are the devices that will show on the left-hand side of the CMS as far as units. And they will be either gray or green depending if they're connected or not. Everything else is installed automatically on there. The media proxy server, what that does is for your two-way communication. And your message server, what that does is basically is your control services where it says, well, this unit is connected and this user wants information from this unit, and then he basically makes that connection. The transmit server, what that does is basically transmits the receiving video from the mobile DVR to the user that is requesting the video. So the CMS never connects directly to the mobile DVR. It connects to the server, makes its request, and the server requests the information and video and GPS information from the mobile DVR, receives it, and then retransmits it to each client that's running the CMS. So you can never have a connection of going directly to the mobile DVR. It's always via a server. That is why the server has to have a static IP. That's very important, because when you program the unit, you have to tell the unit where to send its information to. It cannot have a dynamic IP that's always changing, because then you will never have that communication. So you always need a static IP and a dedicated server running these services. The CMS, we will open it up at this time. This information, this IP address here, is the IP address of the server. Even though we are running the CMS from the server, we always have to give it an IP address of where all these services are running. This is the CMS like we saw earlier. And we're going to clear out all the data. We'll move this to 4 channels. Okay, so we can see that we have different views. We can have 4-channel view. We can have 6-channel view, 8 channels, 9 channels, 10 channels, 13, and our maximum is 16 channels. 16 channel view. For this presentation, we'll change it down to 4. As you guys could see over here on the left-hand side, we have this unit that is in green, that's unit 001. We have unit 029, and we have unit ABC 123 connected on there. So all 3 units are active. We have the other units that are in gray are not transmitting at this time. On 001, we're going to open up channel 2. We can see that this right here is in blue. That's an indicator. Now, once it turns green, that means that we do have a connection, and then we'll start seeing the video transmitted from the unit at this time. What we're basically looking at right now, and this camera and the view that you guys are getting is probably not in real time because we are going through this GoToMeeting presentation, so it's very slow. But what we're basically looking at right here is a cellular tower in Guatemala that they're using this device to monitor for security purpose. They have certain contacts connected to it, so whenever somebody goes in and out, somebody just stepped out. I guess you could see that right there. Or open up the gate. They want to know what happened, so it'll send an alarm to the CMS server. Now let's go ahead and open up this ABC. Let's see what this unit is. You notice that we have one camera active, and the moment that we opened up the other cameras, or on the other unit, the other 4 cameras, then the screen automatically adjusted on that. Seems like they're not transmitting anything at this time. We should have gotten a video signal, or they may not have everything configured properly. The server that we have here, we use it as a demo server. So companies and individuals that want to get familiar with the devices and don't want to spend on a static IP or a server to be able to manage that, what we do is we give a 30 to 45 day trial. Once they receive the unit, they can configure it. We'll step through and show them the configurations of the unit. We'll put it on the server, and that way you can see how the units operate. And we do have a dedicated line for the server, a T1 line, so the transmission is fairly good. What I can see is that we've got 2 more units that came online. What we'll do is we'll disconnect from this one. Okay, we'll clear all the screens, and we'll try to connect to this one, this 100 unit, and let's see if we can get some video on here. Well, obviously we are getting, like, what's that, 4 cameras. Looks like the bottom of a skateboard. If you guys could see that on there, or some type of wheels. Looks like these cameras are in the back of a trunk. On there, not very good image, but now we're gonna go ahead and pull up a video from that first unit and put it on channel 4. So we're going to be actually receiving video from 2 locations, and then let's see if we can get anything. Well, we didn't get anything from this ABC unit, so that might be just a demo unit. What you guys are actually seeing right now is we're getting video transmission from 2 separate units. Let's see if this unit 100 here has a GPS signal, or this ABC is transmitting a GPS signal. We're going to change the transmission rate. Apparently they're having not very good communication there on that ABC. Here we go. Okay, we updated it. Okay, so what's happening is unit 123 ABC is, I will show you a video a little bit later. As you guys could see, this looks like it's out in the ocean, and basically it is out in the ocean. It is out in a boat off the coast of Mexico. If we can see right here where it is, and this is a fishing trawler that the unit is on there. So not only can the units be on trains, police cars, armored vehicles, but boats. Companies are putting them on boats to monitoring. They have a very big shrimp business in that area, and they want to monitor the catch. So these units are being monitored on there. They're getting the GPS signal, and apparently they're having some issues with with their video cameras at that time on there. Once again, if we look on this section right here, we can see the direction of this particular unit, which is in blue. We can see that the speed is 14 kilometers per hour, and that can be changed to miles per hour. We can see the unit temperature is 46 degrees, and that can be changed to Fahrenheit. The direction is heading west. This is the longitude and latitude. The time that it is receiving from the satellite signal, where it's transmitting to, the name that we programmed into the unit, and the plate number. Basically, these are all things that you can program on the devices. In the bottom right here, we can see that the information at what time we requested video from the different units. Each unit has different numbers on there, and the channels that we have requested the information. If there were any alarms, it would show up here. Apparently on this unit they have set up some alarms, and we can see that the unit ABC 123, okay, it was an input-output alarm, okay, and it was source number 12. So it gives us all the information right here. If we were to configure an alarm event on the CMS now, we could say that every time this particular alarm happens, to give us a pop-up video of cameras 1, 2, 3, or 4. And it would record locally on there. The other view that I was showing you on the presentation is the map view, that we can see the full map, and this is Google Maps right now that we are integrating with. So you have different views on the CMS that we can have as far as our choices on there. Are there any questions at this time regarding the CMS?